Hi guys, so in this video I will show you some basic stuff with Debugger. So basically we start from the scratch. I will make super simple scene only with the position born. So basically it's like this. I can make it more distance, perfect. And I can do lifetime bigger. That's it. So we have our basic setup. And then keep in mind, I don't want to plug Debugger directly in this node because this one will show or it's active only on the first frame, or actually when the particles are born. So you see the popping of this box, that means the Debugger is active only on that one particle frame when the particle is born. So it's better if you want to see all the parameters to basically plug it to the group. In this case, they are born in the group all. So let's do it like this. And we should see all the particles have this box. But what this box means? So basically, the box is like PRT marker, is like additional marker to the one which thingy particles uses directly. In this case, particles are using global settings, so that means they are using the ticks. So we either can use none, or I preferring to use still the ticks. And here we can choose if we want something, hollow box, and we have more options basically how to visualize particles. Other thing is, now the Debugger is showing the group color. So basically, all the data we can put the PIDs. So all the data have basically the group color. If you want to override the color, we can go to the general option settings, and here is this button which basically is connected to the color. And by then I'm overriding basically the Debugger settings, but we don't need to use it now. One more options with the text I can show you is show text outlines, and it basically increases the readability of the data by basically making kind of like an outline, black outline over them. So the particle input rollout, it's connected to basically this Debugger input, and what it can do is basically show the basic options or values directly to the particles. So it's PID group, position, velocity, age, lifespan, and so on and so on. And one more thing, you see each particle have also the name, or the name of the property. Here it is lifespan. If we don't want to see it, we can use this description, basically the like description, and it will disappear. But I'm using it because it's better for reading the system and I like it more. And what we can do here is also put more values at once, so we can see it directly at once. And another thing, it's basically HUD. When the HUD icon here in general option is plugged, which is by default, and when we press also the HUD options, we will see basically the HUD display on the screen. corner, and we can also change the color. White is default, and the HUD display. The good thing about it, for example, it can show us these options. So, for example, we will press velocity. We will add some variation to the velocity to be more visible. So, for example, 50%, 50%, and now basically it update, and we have these options. So to see only the input directly, then we can press the second option is PID and input. That means the PID, like here 12 have this speed, 9 have this speed, and so on. So we can also check it. So for example, PID 12 is this one, 7.7, 7.7. It is it. The other options, what we can show up is the first last count. What it means is basically the array. This is the whole array which is going to this input, and this array starting with 12 particle PID 12 and ends with the particle PID 0. So that means when we press first last count, we should see that count of the particle is 13, first is 12, and last is 0. So it's the same as this. When we have more particle, we can directly see it. The other options we can use is average min max. That means when we only put the velocity to the HUD display, we see basically the average values of velocity and the speed, and velocity average is 7, minimum is 5.2, and maximum is 9. So it's very useful for see these values. The last option which I want to see is these 4 conditions, basically is alive, is born, is die, is entering group. And what they are doing, it's self-explanatory. Basically, when the particle is alive, is true. When the particle is born, it's showing as a true. When the particle is dying, for example, I will put 30. Particle is dying, it will need to find someone. This one. Yeah, you can see it. Some of them are dying. And when the particle is entering group also is doing it. And we can double check it also with the condition particle age. So for example, we will plug the born to the debugger, so it will only turn on when the born is on. And we will also press is born condition to be visible. And we can basically see when the particle is born, it will pop up the true. Another option we can try is die. And basically when the particle is die, it will show up. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so that's the particle input.